what we were being put through, that it was just temporary and that we were going to be able to get through that. But it's all been worth every effort.
So the tabloids have coined this name for Meghan, the difficult Duchess, which I don't think is fair, and I'll tell you why. There's nothing wrong with being a woman who knows what she wants.
One thing I think Americans don't understand is how vilified Meghan has actually been in the British press. She cannot put a foot right.
How has she responded? Well, for the most part, following that very famous royal rule, never complain, never explain, and that is what the royals do.
So why does the British press, the British media hate Meghan Markle so much? What is the reason? Hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are doing well today on this fine afternoon. Before we get into this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel, click that button, and definitely follow me on Instagram, Murad_Murali. I would massively appreciate it. I wanted to sit down and do this kind of mini documentary on just pressing matters and, you know, divulge into why the British press actually hate Meghan Markle so much. What is the actual reason? What is the in-depth underlying layers that obviously provide the forces for this in-depth form of hatred? And it seems to be continuous and getting worse week by week. From the way she opens and closes doors, to certain dresses that she wears, to how she acts, how she talks, every single little thing that she does is vilified in the media and justified in some weird extent. However, Kate does the same things and is more so ignored, left alone, and really just left at places where she can't get vilified. And at this point, it does seem that there is a form of biasness going towards favouring of Kate, and it also feels that there's definitely a form of bullying going on towards Meghan Markle. Now, we all know that this wedding took place, and Meghan is a US actress. She used to be on Suits, and she was obviously seeing Harry for a bit, and things got very serious. One thing led to another, and she ended up in the royal family. And even throughout the wedding ceremonies, it was quite obvious that she had and struggled with a lot of family situations and issues, with her father not being able to attend the wedding. Then she had her sister who was, you know, talking about making a book about her, calling her a social climber, saying that she is unable to be deemed a part of the royal family. So clearly there is a lot of issues going on between Meghan Markle's family, and it's unfortunate and a shame that her family can't be there for her. Although a lot of families do have problems, when it comes to a royal family, when it comes to introducing yourself into a royal family, you'd think everybody would get together for this beautiful occasion, but sadly not. So we already have that as a layer that everybody knows of, but I think everybody knows that the royal family itself have their own issues, as families normally do. This kind of continued, and you know, everything that she did was just vilified in the press. Everybody just hated it, you know, continuously. She was pressed as somebody who was either aggressive, or whether was angry, or whether was, you know, rude, immature, always seen and displayed as somebody who was disobeying the royal family, disobeying the laws. And apparently the Queen allegedly dislikes her and favors Kate. So we can already see this kind of atmosphere of tension between not only these two people who have come into the family, but the royal family itself is definitely heightened. But another reason, and I feel like a focal point for why Meghan Markle is being trashed so much in the media, is because of her skin tone. She is not the typical white, fair skin, pale, new lady that has been introduced into the royal family. She's actually of a darker skin tone, and her mother is a black woman. Her father is a white man. She is mixed race, but obviously her mother was very present at their wedding, and obviously her mother being a black woman, this obviously reinstates the notion that a person of color, i.e. a black female, has entered the royal family. This immediately causes tension because it definitely tackles the ingrained white supremacy tailored narrative, because the royal family, obviously everybody is white, and to have somebody that isn't, especially of Meghan's skin tone and obviously her mother's skin tone, is going to be a major issue. Therefore, we all know that the racism is definitely ingrained within the media world, so they are going to use every single tool that they have and utilize it against Meghan Markle as a form of social journalism, media racism. In the space of just simply a few months, Meghan has gone from teaching the royals new ways to apparently finding herself in breach of royal protocol by showing way too much shoulder. However, Kate is always dismissed and she is somehow allowed to show some shoulder, a double standard seized on by the US press more so than the British press, who really just push the narratives and the stories which are heavily linked with racial undertones. Another example that we can give is Mike Tindall. Mike Tindall is somebody who married Zara Phillips, and what's more important is that his treatment by the press has been very positive. He himself had a blog and acting career, the member of a World Cup winning team, another outsider to marry a royal grandchild, and he has continued with his former career and appeared on TV survival programs. This particular individual has not had scrutiny, has not had negative press, has not been trashed by the British press, unlike Meghan Markle. Therefore, this only exuberates the fact that the racial undertones first mentioned by Prince Harry. So we can already use Mike Tindall as an example who's similar to Meghan, that they are both outsiders. However, Mike has just had positiveness throughout and Meghan has not. Even now, recent, there are alleged rumours that both Kate and William are having issues because William has apparently allegedly cheated on her, and somehow the tabloids are now blaming Meghan Markle for this issue. It's absolutely ridiculous. There are no direct narratives to relate back to Meghan Markle. None of this makes any form of cordial sense. What is going on and why is she continuously blamed for no reason? Is this perhaps why she is allegedly moving to Africa with Prince Harry, or why they're moving away because she just does not and cannot take the absolute stress from the British press? Meghan and sister-in-law Kate are very different people, apparently, which is causing some friction between the family. Most notably, today, Kate was seen to have been left in tears, allegedly, after having a fight with Meghan over Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid's dress as a fitting. Now, does this sound logical to you? I don't think so, but at the end of the day, who knows? The general consensus amongst the royal reporters is that Meghan is seen to be difficult and high energy and is said to snap at palace employees. What Meghan wants, Meghan gets. The infamous words apparently uttered by Harry, which are used to reinforce this narrative that she apparently is aggressive, is very dominant, whatever she wants, she gets, she has this personality type, where she becomes quite constructive. Are these just narratives to help support the trash that Meghan Markle gets in the British press? Or maybe these are actually true? We will never know because we are not there, but at the same time, we notice that they are using layers to kind of use ammunition against Meghan Markle. We've seen that Meghan Markle is now being treated with a kind of hate in the media, which is very different in contrast to the treatment of the Duchess of Cambridge. And that sheer example I'm going to reiterate is at the bath sale when Kate was wearing a one-arm dress and Meghan also wore a black one-arm dress, and all of the coverage there was saying that she was breaking royal protocol for this outrageous one-arm dress that was completely inappropriate. So at what point do we have to hold these two together and ask the question, why is there a difference if they were both wearing the same dress? This is a very stark reflection of bullying going on, a whole different kind of tantrum of just vilified press, and this is a very good example to use because they were both practically wearing the same kind of design, and here we have one being uplifted and one being trashed. And we have to ask ourselves, how long is this going to go on for? How long is Meghan Markle going to be trashed for? And how is this going to affect her unborn baby soon to be born in the coming months? We simply do not know. What we do know is that she's being trashed, and allegedly what is going on is that the kind of difference between Kate and Meghan is putting a rift between both of the guys, Prince William and Prince Harry, but I'll get into that into a separate video. But what we can tell is that she is being trashed and vilified, as we all know, and I feel like this is due to many different reasons. The fact that she is an outsider from the US as well, and the fact that she is of darker skin tone, that her mother is a black woman, and that she is also partly black. And this particular issue is going to reinforce racism, reinforce being trashed in the British media, which is used as a funnel to explain journalism, racism. Do I feel like it's going to stop? I don't think so. I feel like it's going to get worse and worse, especially when she has a baby. They are going to say that she's going to be an unfit mother, that she carries the baby the wrong way, it's not good, it's not healthy, she's not going to be a good mother for future children. It's going to be on and on and on, and this is never going to stop. It's an absolute shame, and I feel like this alleged cheating scandal is a tip of the iceberg. To blame it on Meghan Markle is ridiculous. There is simply inaccuracies every single where. This person is not involved. How long is it going to take until you guys get tired of blaming somebody who's of a darker skin tone, who isn't white, who is a black woman? This is actually very tiring and it's irritating, and I feel like this is going to go on longer and longer, and it only highlights the discrepancies amongst the royal family and the bullying that Meghan Markle unfortunately has faced since the day she got married in May 2018. Everybody has swiftly turned against her, and it's absolute shame. And you know, the idea that she is breaking royal protocol is absolutely ridiculous. Apparently the Queen doesn't want to shake her hand and doesn't want to come near her. These are all alleged rumours, but I feel like the way that the British media are trashing her, there could be truth to these particular stories and issues. Who knows? Do let me know what you guys think about this little small mini documentary that I have made. Do you agree or disagree with what I'm saying? Do you feel like she is being trashed or not? Do comment down below. I read all your comments. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe. Click that button. Follow me on Instagram, Murad_Murali. I would massively appreciate it, and I will definitely catch you guys soon.